All right, here we go. Second game. We have our Protoss player, Cal, in the upper left, and we have our Terran player, DArKeLf, on the bottom right. Now, a lot of you guys are wondering why the WW when they GG out. Well, the sound that we have for G in Korean is actually the W key on the keyboard, and that's why they'll say GG with the Korean, but use the W. Yeah, something like that.
No, it's true, yeah. It's a good way to trick somebody on iCup is if you type WW and you win. They're like, oh, I got beat by a Korean. You know what? I was actually about to say this. I was going to guess that GooJiLa would do something like this again. He's going to send out that probe again very early. Will it be a pylon? Will it be a gas steal? We'll find out. It's going to be a pylon. He's going to build a gateway in the main. I believe. Which makes perfect sense. Actually, maybe he's going to make it on low ground. You know what you can do is you can make one gateway on the low ground and then make one gateway on the high ground because the pylon's blue stuff reaches that far. Let's see what he does, though. We'll find out. Now is he going to move in there? I'm wondering if I predicted GooJiLa's strategy right. Either way, this game's going to be short. Now he wants to block the barracks with the probe. You can see he's doing a pretty damn good job of that. He does not want to lose the probe. He has to be very careful. You know, the probe is the most fragile worker in the game. Damn, look at that guy's micro.
Didn't we just see something like this earlier today?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, be careful. Oh! Oh! He could have made a game. Oh, my God.
Tempest did that earlier to Zelos, except a little bit better micro there.
That noise just came out of my mouth for the scream. That was a little, it was unusual. I think, now, I don't know if this rush is going to be as effective. By the way, I'm not 100% on whether or not the gateway could fit into the main. I'm just guessing because he made it right at the edge like that. All right, well, here's the problem, though. I think Terran could just wall in, you know, and I don't think that anything could fit through that, if I'm looking at this correctly. He's not even going to go for the SCV, making the, or attacking that. All right, let's see here. If he can maybe get the SCV that's building the barracks, but that might not even be in time. No, barely not in time. Look at that micro there. Oh, damn. GooJiLa's micro, man. All right, well, now Protoss is going to have to tech normally. Well, again, GooJiLa, probably not wanting to lose that probe like that. That really messes up the entire rush. Now I'm wondering if DArKeLf could just do some kind of fancy counterattack and win. Oh, God, that's embarrassing. Yeah, so he could have fit a gateway up there. See where the Marine is standing? I think what he wanted to do was delay the barracks, get the second gateway in the main, and then just start hitting him from two angles. I mean, the amount of SCVs that Protoss would lose, or Terran would, lose, basically, by trying to attack the gateway and repair is just huge. So now we're going to see GooJiLa's plan B, so to speak.
All right, what do you think plan B is?
Well, it looks like he's actually going to go for 2-gate Goon. I would have gone for a Reaver Dark Templar, but we'll see. Tough game up ahead here for GooJiLa. It's not going to be a walk in the park like it was last time. Looks as though, okay, wow, you can see that in a way GooJiLa's almost trying to make it look like he's going for DTs or Reaver by blocking the ramp with the two probes. That's what generally Terran thinks if they see a ramp block like that. All right, here's Dragoon range being upgraded. Nice control here. So this time around, DArKeLf's actually going to go for something that's pretty standard. No, actually, he's not. He's going to go for the second factory. It looked like he was going to go for the Fast Expo, so much so that he fooled me, and maybe even GooJiLa as well.
Fooled you.
So he's going to two factory his opponent. Well, the Zealot's going to have to get up there. Now, the Dragoons are going to go to the ramp now, and they're basically going to try to intercept a few Marines and then move up to the high ground. DArKeLf may be surprised when he sees his opponent playing this standard. Here comes the Vulture. The mine upgrade is done. Panda Bear guy right there. You can see he was... what? Did he not actually get that? Looks like he picked it off now. Okay, here we go. Here comes the attack. Now GooJiLa has to hold this off. And this is actually a large amount of Terran units. It's going to be down to micro nice control here by GooJiLa. Okay, the two more Dragoons is going to make this an impossibility. Surprisingly, DArKeLf never even laid a mine there. Uh-oh. Ah! That was close. Okay. Well, I'm guessing he's either going to get a Nexus or, yeah, it's going to be a Nexus. Well, here's what DArKeLf has done, basically. DArKeLf has made it look like he's fast expanded, which is going to make Terran actually very powerful, considering what Protoss is doing. Protoss is getting a Nexus because Protoss wants to keep up with the Terran's fast expansion, because it looked like the Terran was fast expanding, judging from the unit base and everything else. So he's going to be in shock when he sees a lot more units coming out here from the Terran at a very shocking rate with this double factory. Now, can Cal hold this off? It's possible. Cal is moving out right now, unaware that Terran actually has quite a strong presence on the map. And he might even be able to slip these two Vultures by here. Once again, though, oh! Cal, excuse me, GooJiLa, unable to stop these units moving into his base right now. And he's got the control pretty well here, and not well enough. Meanwhile, a lot of his probes are being picked up. DArKeLf knows exactly what his opponent's doing right now. Interestingly enough, GooJiLa not even microing his probes right now. All right.
I think he lost at least like 5 probes there.
Yeah, that's going to hurt him. All right, well, Terran is not expanded yet, so I assume an attack is coming up here. Now, again, Protoss still doesn't know that there has not been an expansion put up here. This Reaver on the way could be helpful. This is a triple fact. This is all in. GooJiLa has to hold this off. If GooJiLa holds off this attack, he wins. If not, he loses. It's just that simple.
All right, well, let's see how this all works out.
And to be frank, I think DArKeLf should win with this attack. Having the Reaver, though, is going to be very, very helpful. The shuttle's already out now. All right. Oh, God, the suspense is killing me right now. Okay, Terran set up a fortification outside the Protoss' base. He's going to start inching forward here. And I think all of a sudden GooJiLa realizes that there are way too many tanks. His opponent never expanded. He's going to edge forward here and pick off these tanks and then back right up. Look at that good spread there.
There's the Reaver.
Oh, man, he got 4 Vultures inside of his main. He's got to use the Reaver to hold that off. The Reaver's great for defending at moments like this. And, oh, man, much Scarab disorder. He does get stuck once again. A lot of probes going to be picked off here, but what's more important is whether or not GooJiLa actually holds off this attack. There comes the probe transfer. He tries to send a few more Vultures in here. Okay, this is going to be the critical moment here. He drops his Zealot there. The mine! The mine! Oh! I can't believe that just happened. I cannot believe that just happened. Oh my God, GooJiLa is so good.
That was brilliant.
That was brilliant, yeah. Well, the Panda Bear guy might want to be careful.
Oh, no!
Oh, man. Oh, I'm losing count. I really am. How many times that neutral unit has died? Oh, man. Okay. Back to this game. What was I talking about? Okay. Terran, really not looking good right now. Protoss has an expansion up. The Nexus is safe. Terran would like to, wait. If he can get 2 siege tanks back there, he could actually take out the Nexus. But meanwhile, a drop's going to occur over here. Looks like speed has been upgraded. Oh! Bam! Takes out the SCVs. And the Marine as well. Now look at this. He's going to siege up here. He can see the Nexus from here. GooJiLa's going to lose this Nexus anyways. No, I guess not, unless he target fires that. Meanwhile, GooJiLa in the panic loses his Reaver. DArKeLf is still in this due to his sneaky play back there. Again, Destination, such an interesting map.
There's just so many different paths to get into base. It's like you really need to be on your money.
Yeah, you got to be on your toes. Man, GooJiLa's still taking out a lot of SCVs here. Oh! GooJiLa just pissed away 2 Reavers. And now he's lost his Nexus. And in the game that it looked like would be impossible for GooJiLa to lose now, it's going to be impossible for him to win unless a miracle happens. However, DArKeLf did lose more SCVs than I realized now that I'm taking a look at the remainder of these units. Alright, well, we're going to have some more goons coming out here in a little bit. Meanwhile, GooJiLa's going to have to gather himself and figure out, okay, what exactly is it I need to do in order to come back in this. Well, as we all know, there is the curse of if you kill the Panda Bear guy, you are usually the one to lose, and that was DArKeLf's mind. I think this might be bad luck for DArKeLf now. You can see how defensively DArKeLf is playing. He has a lot of turrets here. Mines just in case his opponent does decide to just drop a Reaver down there. Double shuttle. Oh, man, he's really going to focus on really hammering away at his opponent's economy. You rarely see the double shuttle play here. And here it is now. He's got to be careful where he drops that Reaver, though. Unless it's... there it is. That was largely ineffective. That was incredibly ineffective. Oh, nice save. That was close. Pretty action-packed game here, Susie. I gotta say,
he's down to the red on. Oh man.
Yeah, you know it's funny though because he did do that double shuttle move, and it looks as though DArKeLf predicted that. I think GooJiLa's going to be more and more behind as this game moves on. This is clearly a location on this map. You want to have this back area blocked off with pylons.
This is clearly the day to kill probes.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, he's transferring his probes now. GooJiLa's timing for his probe transfers are very good. Man, look at this. GooJiLa is seriously going to double expand right now. GooJiLa's taking a massive risk. He's betting that because his opponent's in a bit of a defensive position after losing so many SCVs that instead he's going to be able to double expand right now. That's going to be pretty risky. I'm guessing he might even cut probe production in this moment. You can see he's turtling hard now, too. Well, expect mass gates any second. Another Reaver's going to be out here. All right. We're now sitting and waiting. Will DArKeLf realize what's going on? Is he going to gather the fact that, oh crap, my opponent's double expanding? or is he going to be too busy scanning his opponent's army right now to try to find ways to sneak in and attack expansions? Or that's going to be the big question here. Now, it does also look like GooJiLa now has presence right outside DArKeLf's ramp. So DArKeLf is now boxed in his main. With DArKeLf boxed in his main, there's going to be more time for these expansions to get up and fully operational, which will mean more time for GooJiLa to get a lot more gateways, which ultimately will mean more time for GooJiLa to mass up a large army. And we may see DArKeLf lose the same way that he lost that last game. Zealot Legs is not done yet. Now comes the part where the Protoss adds the gateways up. 3 more here, maybe even 4. Yes, it is 4. I'm guessing the Nexus is...
That's 9 gateways.
Yeah. No, not 10, actually.
10.
Yeah, and you know what that means? That Protoss is going to stop pro production. He's just going to mass up a lot of units and try to hammer down that first attack that the Terran does. There's a Bengalos. Why couldn't he have died? Why the Panda Bear guy? And, you know, this is a big difference between what you see with somebody like GooJiLa and then somebody like Tempest, where you can see that it really, GooJiLa does not allow harassment to occur in his base. All right, looks like he's going to try to push the Terran back here. He drops a few Reavers here and manages to pick off a few tanks. Protoss may try to back off, but you never know. GooJiLa's the kind of guy that might just try to run him over. I think it would be smart to back up, though. There's still 4 tanks out there that are just totally out of reach. Oh, man, poor DArKeLf. He's exactly where GooJiLa wants him. He's stuck behind those bridges.
Yeah, I was going to say, those bridges...
It just acts like a funnel. It's just like a big filter for units.
Yep.
All he has to do is wipe out the units on the bridge and back up again. And you can see he's going to do some zealot bombing here, too. Oh, my God. GooJiLa is so good. Seriously, he's crazy, man. Look at this guy. He's like not going to let him get outside that bridge at all. Oh, nice save. Damn. That guy's a pimp. All right. DArKeLf is desperately trying to get out of his base, trying to get out of this funnel that he's stuck in. He's in a vacuum right now.
Zealot's running down just make me laugh.
Well, I gotta say, the double expand worked. It looks as though he predicted the scanning timings coming from DArKeLf here. DArKeLf scanning the army rather than the expansions more. All right, he's gonna come in here again. Here's round 2. Reaver gets sniped. Second Reaver.
Sniped again.
That's bad news. But again, I think he is going to manage to carve a serious hole over here. Oh, look at that. He's going to get a few zealots right back here where those tanks are. And again, there's just no way DArKeLf can get out of his damn base. As you can see, not a whole lot of pros for GooJiLa. GooJiLa knows if he just keeps beating his opponent down, forcing him to get stuck behind those bridges, there's nothing he can do. GooJiLa is rapidly getting closer and closer to doing this, but he managed to get out of the bridge. GooJiLa might be trying to bait his opponent to come out a little bit. And then maybe DArKeLf will overextend himself. Meanwhile, another expansion over here at the top right. DArKeLf has yet to get his 3rd expansion up.
DArKeLf
third
really
command center.
He's only got 2 command centers?
I think so, unless there's one constructed at the bottom. In the yellow, I don't know.
Man. As far as we know, I know that Protoss right now is like, I think he's on 5 or 6.
Yeah, he has a lot. I mean, when you just look at the map, yeah, I mean, he has an astounding amount. And look at how many gateways. You can see GooJiLa just massing up a ton of gateways. This guy is one of my favorite Protoss players. I do enjoy studying him quite a bit. All right, well, I'm guessing when Protoss gets maxed again, and that'll probably be in a minute here, he's going to start hammering away. Until then, he's kind of making the Terran feel comfortable. He says, all right, I'm gonna make the Terran feel like I have him a lot less than I do, although Terran might know now that he sees those units. Terran may decide to stay behind the triple bridge in the middle here. DArKeLf has to be very careful with how he plays this out now. He only is at about 110 food. Meanwhile, GooJiLa is seconds away from becoming maxed here.
That is an army.
Well, a lot of tanks here for DArKeLf. The problem is that he has no real presence on the map. He's just kind of microing back and forth, hoping that Protoss is going to push over here. I think DArKeLf is starting to realize what's been going on this time. Which player is going to break first? Who is going to be the one who's going to engage? GooJiLa has the edge, but when the Terran player has this many siege tanks, it's really easy to mess up. It's going to be DArKeLf. DArKeLf sieges on the bridge. GooJiLa goes around. No, he can't quite squeeze around. GooJiLa really needed that run around there. Meanwhile, what do we have here? A Stargate. All right.
Well, I mean, I know they both have a mass amount of units out there. What do you think? I mean, I know we're waiting for one of them to push. It's the waiting game right now.
Yeah, it's the waiting game. Well, looks like it's going to be Cal is going to try to run down here. Cal, of course, being Max, decides, all right, I can at least try to move in here. Too many mines, though. He's going to regather his units to get about 15 more supply filled up over here. Meanwhile, Terrans need to expand at least one more time here. We may see carriers. I think he hid the tech for exactly what he was going to be getting. And again, Protoss just needs to keep expanding. Now he's going to expand over here on the right to bait the Terran into moving over here on the right. Meanwhile, the Protoss is going to counterattack here at the bottom left. It looks like that, at least. This is going to be a huge blow to DArKeLf. DArKeLf should at least try to push and get one expansion. All right, well, he's moving here with the Zealots now. He split up his opponent's army perfectly. Look at GooJiLa go. DArKeLf is scattering in both directions trying to stop this. Meanwhile, a massive counterattack over here at the bottom left is about to occur. He's got to be careful, though. Vulture's getting up here. They're going to take out a few probes. I'm a little bit shocked, actually, that he's not going to go and take out that command center at the bottom left down there. I mean, GooJiLa's actually making a lot of mistakes here. GooJiLa's making a ton of mistakes here. I can't believe this. What happened, GooJiLa? Well, he is at least going to save this expansion, but he's going to lose a lot of probes in the process. And now this expansion in the middle right might be picked off. The other expansion in the middle right, completely vulnerable right now, too, being picked off. GooJiLa, why is he not using that star gauge?
I don't know.
Oh, that might have been what GooJiLa needed to keep this momentum going. Okay, here comes a storm.
Oh, there's a storm.
Oh! Careful, DArKeLf. GooJiLa is still playing brilliantly this game. Well, the command centers are naked right now. And you can see, if you look at DArKeLf's income, it's raising pretty slowly when you compare it to GooJiLa's. Yeah. Not to mention, GooJiLa is going to be maxed again pretty soon here. Well, DArKeLf's going to try to push again. GooJiLa just has to have a well-orchestrated attack. If he smashes this attack, he smashes DArKeLf completely, I believe.
Alright, it's coming in now. What do you think is holding back either player from just going in? I mean, they have so many units.
DArKeLf is just so behind. GooJiLa just wants to play it safe. It's really easy for Protoss to lose his main army once and just lose the game. So you can see GooJiLa's basically just going to do counterattacks this whole game. and then continue to harass his opponent. Now here comes DArKeLf. Now you can see the very moment that he comes out there, GooJiLa backs up again. So GooJiLa's focusing really on taking out stray units.
Oh my god, an Arbiter would be really cool right now. Just recall right in his face or something.
Yeah, an Arbiter would not be bad. I think we haven't seen that yet, though. We might see another Storm Drop here, though. I think GooJiLa has suffered some serious probe losses, although then again, so has DArKeLf in that respect to workers. He's better be careful, though. Oh.
So why do you think he's checking to carriers instead of ooh, that's a nice storm. Why do you think he's checking to carriers instead of arbiters?
They're both good right now, but I think Terran is focusing so much on ground units. The combination of all these Protoss ground units and the carriers means that the Goliaths won't be very strong in the long run.
I gotcha. That shuttle just suicide run in there.
I mean, basically, DArKeLf is in an almost impossible situation where he just has to pull off the absolute perfect orchestrated attack, defending all counterattacks. GooJiLa is just trying to make it harder and harder and harder as the game goes on for him to get anywhere. All right. A large cluster of tanks over here for DArKeLf. Again, he's not going to try to overextend himself. You can see GooJiLa once again scattering with his units everywhere. Even checking these expansion locations to make sure that they haven't been taken yet. He's going to move in again, though. He might very well be maxed. That may be the reasoning. Well, we'll see. It's going to whittle his opponent's army down pretty far, though. That is going to be it. That is good game right there. GooJiLa.
Let's go.
GooJiLa is so good. He just waited for the perfect moment to just wipe his opponent out. Look at this. Yeah, I'm sorry, DArKeLf.
Yeah,
He just got beaten down. You can see that there was just nothing that the Terran could do. GooJiLa, just preying on his opponent for the right moment to strike.
That was the right moment. I mean, he was just in his base this entire time. Moment that, DArKeLf was outside those bridges. He was like, this is it.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Once the bridge contain occurred, there's just very little that he could do. All right, that's it. Expected game. There's really nothing that the Terran can do now. The next wave of units you could see getting macroed out here by GooJiLa as his food rapidly begins to rise again. DArKeLf has 36 food.
Oh
Literally, he has 36 food.
I didn't even notice that.
It's impossible to win right now. But damn, man. DArKeLf. He did not play poorly. I would never say that about DArKeLf right now, but GooJiLa definitely played a lot better than him. And you can see GooJiLa's not even going to waste his time with these expansions. He's going to flood in here to the main and just get to where the factories are. If he gets presence over the factories, his opponent is forced to type in GG. He now has presence over the factories. There it is. Good game.
GG.
Well played. GooJiLa, your winner.
That
well
was
done.
a patience game, and that was definitely a mind game.
Yeah.
Wow. And Cal was definitely able to utilize that one. And
big game of cat and mouse back there.
Oh, yes.
And you can see that DArKeLf was actually doing a pretty good job with the cat and mouse game, but in the end, it just proved to be ineffective as GooJiLa was able to focus so well and predict his opponent's moves, check for the right expansions, as well as do successful storm drops. I mean, that was that.
That was that. We've seen some great storming today. Oh, wow.
Fantastic storming, actually. Wow, well, I really enjoyed casting that game. That was a pretty educational game. It's funny because when you think about how that game started out with a failed proxy gate.
Yes.
And it actually turned into that. Followed up with a push from DArKeLf. Very good.